Good morning. I need to start using those sound effects more, so I thought I'd use that for the intro. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Sunrise Sports Show. I'm your host, Zach McMurray. I appreciate you joining me on this fine Monday morning. It's 7 a.m., 7:02 really, 7:03 now. Sorry, I'm starting a little bit late. Was just getting ready for prep and had to get a glass of water before I started the day. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Looks like we have 3 viewers right now. Thank you guys for tuning in this early. It means a lot to me. Today we have a fun-packed day. We have the Daily Dozen as usual. We're going to review the quarterly. I think we might have done pretty well. We have our Studs and Duds. That's going to be a new segment where we review fantasy players on who was projected to do well and outperformed, or let's see. It is who matched their projections, outperformed or underperformed, really. Studs and duds. And then we got the locker room report is what I'm going to be calling our, our teams that we follow. That's what I'm going to be calling their, just how they're doing, catching up on them. And then going to do some gift ideas. Last stream I talked about I have some money for the show, and I need some help on some ideas for what we should buy, and I think I got some good ones written down. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in this early. Like I said before, this is the Sunrise Sports Show. I'm your host, Zach McMurray, and I appreciate you for joining, and this will be Welcome to Daily Huddle. Yeah, let's get into that Daily Dozen we all know and love. All right. Can I beat my high score? We're doing this every day until I can get 9 out of 9. We're on, 12 days now, 11. This is episode 11. Last episode I called 24 because that was my 24th birthday. So despite dealing with a rotating clown car of QBs, Marcus Robinson had 1,400 receiving yards for this NFC team in 1999. Marcus Robinson, NFC team. You guys know I don't know this. So we'll go with the... One day I will learn... One day I'm going to learn what teams are which, but right now we're going to go with the... I think the Broncos are AFC, so... Giants is the first thing to come to mind, because right now they have a huge rotating quarterback room. Nope. Zach Randolph and Baron Davis were teammates in this 19-win Western Conference team in 2009-2010. I believe that would be the Trailblazers, because that is the team he went to before the Grizzlies. If it's the Grizzlies, I'm sorry. Where else did he play? Did he play for the Kings or something? I got to take my time. The center fielder finished top 10 MVP voting with the Royals 2015 and Brewers in 2018. I don't know. One of these days, y'all be impressed by my knowledge. It seems on the days off, I'll get 5, but on the days I have a show, I can only get 1. I think Jeff Elo knows what's up, but one of these days we'll get it. Also, give me a comment below. Sorry, I need some water. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of that voice. Let me know in the comments if, because I only have... Oh, huge news. I got 10 subscribers. I was going to talk about that later, but 10 subs is amazing. Was kind of my goal for a while, was to just reach 10 and have 10 loyal views every day. So thank you guys for wanting to commit to this. But let me know in the comments, since I only have 10 subscribers, if I'm allowed to play like copyright music. Since obviously I'm not making any money off this, let me know if those that know YouTube, am I allowed to play copyright music, and I can start playing some, make it more fun. If not, let me know that too. Anyway, center fielder is going to be, I don't know. So we'll just go with All right, focusing on four Chinese immigrant families, Amy Tan wrote this 1989 novel that got adapted into a 1993 film. I don't know. So the outside's Jason Sudeikis. Dang it, but that inside, I should know that. It looks almost like Obi-Wan, but not. You've got to be kidding me. See, like, I only know half of these. Dang it. It looks like either Obi-Wan or like Tommy Lee Jones, but I don't think it's Tommy Lee Jones. But he's a more likely guess. Dang it. For Halloween 2025, this major chocolate bar brand is offering a variety with ghoulish green nougat. All right, so what candies have nougat in them? Man, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Is that like Milky Ways or like Three Musketeers? Dang it. A decade after Superbad, Jonah Hill and Emma Stone starred in this 2018 psychological dramedy Netflix miniseries. I don't know. I know that's the one he lost weight for. Before he was Captain America, Anthony Mackie played Clarence Papadoc in the 2002 film. I said 8 because that's 8 Mile. The singer had a top 5 hit in 2003. Turn Me On. I don't know, man. I gotta get. Okay, I'm gonna see if that is the Grizzlies. Did he play for them that early? So this one we're just gonna be like B for sure. This one is not gonna be. This is a book. Mm. Let's see. The singer had top 5 hit in 2003 debut. Turn Me On. Don't know. Did he play for the Kings though? What the? Is that? What the? Hello. Wait a second. What? Was that yesterday's? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to know what team that was. The Clippers. I don't know why I thought he played for the Kings. Huh. I guess it was the Clippers. Oh, he did play for the Kings. Yeah. Oh, late season. Okay. After the Grizzlies. I thought that was before. But what about? Okay, he did play for the Trailblazers. Yeah, he played for them before the Grizzlies. Okay, mixed in. Huh. Zebo. Yeah, that's crazy. That's who I'm. That's what my dad calls me, Zebo. All right, so I guess that was just practice round. We'll count it though, since I haven't had an episode in a while. We'll count that as what was that? I got 1 out of 9. Okay, good warm up. After 10 years with Atlanta, Julio Jones joined this AFC team for one season. I believe that is our Tennessee Titans. All right. Antonio McDias made his lone All-Star team while on this Whiffers conference. I don't know, man. Should we go again with the Grizzlies? Or should we say something just like the Mavericks? Whoa. 2001, though, wouldn't Dirk Nowitzki be on the Mavericks? When did he play? It wouldn't be the Spurs. We'll go Clippers again. Would they go back-to-back Clippers? No, they wouldn't. What about the Rockets? Who'd they have in 2001? Dang it. This Calgary winger, what is that? Oh, I don't know who that is. So we're going to go with, I don't know any hockey players. So we'll go with Michael. Michael, thank you for joining. Sorry, I see you in the comments. Thank you for joining, Michael. It means a lot that you're here this early. Right now, I'm just going through the Daily Dozen. As you can tell, I got one right, and I can't remember this one. But I don't know any hockey players, so. Since 2020, the streaming app has won Best Comedy Series Emmy 3 times in a row. Not in a row, but I guess that would be. No, it wouldn't be. Since 2020, this streaming app has won Best Comedy Series Emmy 3 times. Oh, what? Oh, I lost connection. Sorry if I lost connection there. Okay. Man, this is kind of taking a long time. I got other things I got to talk about. So we'll go with Hulu. Probably should have picked Netflix on that one. That's my bad. This popular British candy, oh, so they're not doing a facial. They're not doing a celebrity mashup. British candy knows Maltesers. What red print by Hershey? We'll go again with the Three Musketeers. Dang it, Cars. Venza. Midsize crossover SUV. I don't know. Mercedes. No, they do like X300s, but we're going to go with it. Oh, let's go. They did 2 M&Ms back to back, huh? Name dropped in M&Ms Without Me. This singer was a member of NSYNC and voiced Chip Skylark in the Nickelodeon. Dang, I don't know. We're going to have to, I guess I don't have enough to give up, huh? But we're going to have to go 2 out of 8 today. So this one we'll just do Joe somebody. Joe Bell. Okay. And this one we'll do I don't know. Nick. Nick Cannon. Oh, is it broken? Or do I just have another guess? No, I don't. I think it's broken, but we're going to call it 2 out of 10 today, or 2 out of 9 today. I don't think I would have gotten, maybe I would have gotten the celebrity right, but let's refresh and see. Yeah, we're going to call it just 2 out of 10 today. 2 out of 6. Mainly because I have other things I wanted to talk about. Wasn't expecting to waste 10 minutes on that. Let's see here. So next we wanted to, I have to go a little faster than planned. So I got to get signed in real quick, and we're going to review how close we were on our quarter lay. Let's see. Michael, in case you didn't know, what we do for the quarter lay is we flip a coin. We flip a coin every, I guess, Wednesday. Well, it depends on the stream, but Wednesday or Friday, we'll flip a coin. heads or tails. And so we actually got a pretty chalked up lineup this time. But so we had Bills. So that's 1, 2. We needed the Titans. That did not happen. They were winning at one point, which is good. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 out of 13. That's the best we've done so far. Well, the best before was 8 out of 15. So thankfully we had one that was low percentage. So it's 8 out of 13, which means I don't know what that percentage is, but that's the best we've done yet. Next, we're going to get into a new segment called Studs and Duds. Like I said before, this is going to be a new segment of which fantasy players, I guess, outperformed their predictions or underperformed on their predictions. So this past weekend was a huge, just, I guess, wide receiver passing weekend. I guess receiving weekend, my bad. But number one, the most noticeable was Amon-Ra St. Brown. Depending on what league you're in, I just chose one of mine. I've got some that they're just different, scoring. So one of my more basic ones, he was projected 16.92 and had 39.2. So that is, what is that, 13? 23, sorry. That's 23 more points than he was projected. So that's number one. Almost everybody who had him on their team dominated the other player, along with Brandon Aubrey, projected 8.39, scored 23 points as a kicker. That is not something you see every day, but he ended up winning the game, so I guess he deserves it. Another wide receiver is Malik Nabers, 18.33, scored 37.7. Rome Adunze, I hope I pronounced that right. I believe that is 13.51, and he scored 31.8. Jonathan Taylor, I hope that's his first name. I just put J. He was projected 15.56, and he had 29.5. I think he's a running back, though, for the Colts. Honorable mention is a couple more. Jamar Chase was 19.86, and he scored 36.5. But he's Jamar Chase, so he should be getting that many points every time. He should be getting at least 20. Javonte Williams, honorable mention, 14.07, and he scored 25. But he's a running back. Another honorable mention, just to throw in just a variety of players, Rams defense, only projected 7.81, and they scored 15. So those are just some teams. I know I kind of rushed through them because I'm closing up on time. I only have, typically I try to make it a 30-minute episode, but might have to go a little longer today. So I'm kind of flying through these because I wasted time on the Daily Dozen when I don't even know anything. That's my bad, guys, but thank you for watching it. Those are just some teams that, did well. So if you could manage to, I guess, if they did well last week, no one's going to trade for them or willing to trade them away. But if you can package together with someone, maybe try and get them, or I don't know. I'm not really here to give advice. I don't really give advice on fantasy because it's just like, did they do well this week or not? So I'm just letting you know the studs and duds. The people that did not do too well, Broncos defense projected 7.46 and got -5. Derrick Henry projected 17.91, only got 22.3. Marvin Harrison Jr., 13.99, only 4.7. Zach Charbonnet only projected 10, which is decent if you need just like a backup, but he was on some people's benches and he only got 1. Justin Fields, after a week of people wanting to trade or pick him up from a great game last week, he was projected 19.25 and only got 3.98. But yeah, more than likely I'll go into more detail next week, but let me know if you like this segment. I'm calling it the studs and duds. People who played well, people who didn't. But the dog of the week, Ultimate Baller, so far, I didn't have tonight's game, is going to go to Josh Allen for breaking his nose, getting it popped back into place, and going in and finishing the game to dominate the New York Jets. So he gets the Ultimate Baller Dog of the Week award. So that was the studs and duds. Next, we're going to have the locker room report, newly named segment. Um, this is when I give updates on what our teams are doing. So, as we know, in case you're new to the show, the teams that we follow, we drafted all of them. What we did was we put them all the names in a specific league in a wheel, spun the wheel, and these are the teams that we landed on. So for the WNBA, we have the Washington Mystics. Their last game of the season was a loss to the New York Liberty, 75-66 on September 9th. They finished 16-28, and they finished 4 out of 5 in the Eastern Conference Division. So I know we picked up with them halfway through their season, but maybe next time we will draft a team that is better. But right now the WNBA is still going on, but right now their time is finished for the season. So I guess next summer we'll find out who we have next. We'll go to the Detroit Tigers, our MLB teams. They are now 85-65. They won yesterday, even though they lost the series. So they lost Miami 2-1 is the series, even though they won yesterday 2-0. And they still sit at the top of the American League Central with a 5-6-7%. So I didn't look at their next game, but let's see who they got going next. We want to see who the Detroit Tigers play next. Sorry again for wasting a little more time, but so right now we have a team that was 4 out of 5th in the Eastern Conference, and right now the Tigers are 1st in the AL Central, so pretty good averages. Looks like tomorrow is going to be their next game against the Cleveland Guardians, so it's going to be a rivalry game. And that'll be, looks like it's a home game in Detroit. Tickets as low as $12, $9, and $10. So that'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll catch back up with them on Wednesday, seeing how they're doing. All right. Let's see, what else? So that's the Tigers. Next, we'll switch to NFL before getting to college football. Next, we have our San Francisco 49ers. So those are the MLB team we followed were the Tigers, NFL team, San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers yesterday beat the Saints 26-21. Mac Jones, our backup quarterback, because our beloved Brock Purdy is out with, I think, turf toe is what it's called. So we have Mac Jones to step up and play with us. And step up, he certainly did. Led us to a victory against the New Orleans Saints. So it's 26. What is that number that I wrote down? Oh, he was 26 for 39 for completions. And he threw for 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 sacks for 12 yards of loss. I think that's a pretty decent turnback. Someone we needed. I think that's a pretty decent game to carry your team to victory. That's a great game, actually. I would love to score 3 touchdowns in a game. Christian McCaffrey, 13 carries, 55 yards. He didn't score any rushing touchdowns. However, Christian McCaffrey, Juwan Jennings, and Luke, I'm going to call him Farrell, are tied in. He's our George Kittle replacement as he's on injury reserve. All 3 of them had our receiving touchdowns. So Jennings had 89 yards, his longest yards being 42. Luke had 2 receptions, 1 touchdown, and his longest yard was 11. CMC did have a receiving touchdown, not a rushing touchdown. So he's still getting some action in. Next we have, so Mac Jones did have 2 fumbles. He lost 1 but recovered 1. The 49ers are now 2-0, and they have their first home game against the Cardinals this Sunday. So we'll check back in next week and see how they're doing. Um, moving quickly along to Delaware. Our CFB team is the University of Delaware Blue Hens. They, after getting bodied in Colorado to the Buffaloes, 31-7, the Blue Hens come back home and beat the Yukon Huskies 44-41 in overtime. This was a game of, just looking at the scoring plays, this was a lot of call and response, ultimately leading to the Blue Hens to victory in overtime with a field goal. In that overtime, in 6 plays, Yukon made a field goal, and Delaware responded again, one last time with 4 plays, a 13-yard rushing touchdown from our fearless quarterback, Nick, I'm just going to say Minakuchi. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's what I'm going to say. So our beloved quarterback, and he won the game, ending the game with 24 out of 34 yards. Sorry, completions. 23 out of 34. 265 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, winning the game overall in overtime. The Blue Hens will travel to Pitbull Stadium in Miami, Florida for their first CUSA Conference matchup this Saturday at 5 p.m. Delaware is looking to be 3-1 and work their way to the top of the standings. Right now, they are kind of, 5th because they're 1-2. Right now, they are 2-1, looking to be 3-1, but they haven't played any conference matchups yet. So that's the locker room report on our teams that we're following. Sorry, I wasted my time this early with the Daily Dozen. Next, we'll quickly get along to some gift ideas. Oh, wait, no. I got one more thing to say. I forgot. I didn't have when I was prepping, I didn't have any college football notes. So I gave some NFL notes. I didn't get really any huge notes on what's happening sports-wise, and that's my bad, but I came prepared with some prep on what our team was, how our team's doing, just so y'all aren't forgetting that we still follow those guys. But in the college football world, you have a crazy weekend of teams just getting, all these ranked teams absolutely just smashing the unranked teams. If I can pull it up, I'll give you some examples. So, no, I want week 3. Come back. Load for me. Okay. You have Indiana beating Indiana State 73-0. Indiana's 22. Indiana State's not ranked. You have, I guess that was Friday, but Saturday you had number 1 Ohio State beating Ohio 37-9. You have number 2 Penn State beating Villanova 52-6. Number 4 Oregon beating Northwestern 34-14. Illinois beating Western Michigan. They're number 9. They beat them 38-0. We'll do one more, which would be a couple more, I guess. We'll do Utah 20 beat Wyoming 31-6. Oklahoma beating Temple. They're ranked 13. They beat them 42-3. So you have this whole weekend of these ranked teams just molly-whopping those unranked teams by multiple, doubling, tripling, quadrupling their scores. Michigan, ranked 23, got 63 on Central Michigan to their 3 points. So you're just beating them by tenfold. So, except in the Southeastern Conference, for a SEC matchup, you have the Vanderbilt Commodores beating ranked number 11 South Carolina Gamecocks 31-7. So I wrote a quick note last night at midnight when I forgot. Where all ranked teams stomped the unranked, the Vanderbilt Commodores were victorious in an SEC matchup against the South Carolina Gamecocks 31-7 in Columbia, bringing them 3-0, and South Carolina taking their first loss of the season. So after those, I chose this because of this upset. Theo Von, the comedian, is set to go on a date with Antoinette Padilla. And like myself, many people do not know who this is, but it is the mother of Vanderbilt's quarterback, Diego Pavia. How funny is that? That, like, not only was the pride of the game on the line, a date with the quarterback's mom also on the line of the game. And so the Vanderbilt won, and so did Theo Von. So hoping that day goes well with him. That's all the funny things I had to say for that. Let's see, what else? Oh, gift ideas. I kind of talked about it the other day, and then we'll wrap it up. Some purchases I'm thinking of doing for the show. I want to get a Space Jam poster to go behind me where the jersey usually sits. I'll move Chance over to the right a little bit, make room for that. I want to get, that's only going to be $20, so I think that'll be good. I want to get the Baker Rams jersey, as y'all know. That'll be like $180. So we're looking at $200 already. I want to get some pennants for each of the teams that we're following. That'll be like $15, $20 a team for 4 teams. I'll have to make room somewhere or maybe pan out a little bit to hang those up somewhere as decoration. I think that could be great. Some more fun ideas. I was thinking about getting an Xbox S, and that way I could play like Madden or 2K. And I did write them down right here. That way I can get Madden or 2K and have like pretend I'm the GM of a team. I think that could be some fun. Make some videos that way. Although the price did change on the Xboxes, so that's why they were like $250, now they're like $350. So I'm kind of out on that because that'd be all my money. Maybe I might buy like a hat with my logo on it, or maybe I start some merch. Probably not, but maybe just like a couple of shirts. Give it to our sponsors. Sponsors of the week are still, John Will, Luke Andre, and Eli Morgan. Thank you so much for sponsoring this show. If you want to be a sponsor, just Venmo me $1. Every month, at the end of this month, they'll go away. The next month, we'll have some new people, hopefully. $1 gets you your name on the bottom. The top 3 donors get their faces with me. So thank you guys for supporting. It means a lot to me. So if I want to start making like T-shirts or hats, maybe I'll make a couple and then give some to them, the first ones, and then maybe I'll sell the rest, make a little money. But maybe I will just get a hat because I wear a hat every day. So maybe that could be the regular hat that I'm wearing. Sponsor John Will Riddell mentioned I should put it all on black. I think that is a great idea. Maybe not all of it, but I think the extra money I have from buying these purchases, I'm either going to put it all on black, or let me know if you want it below on Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, anytime touchdown. I think, or maybe both, a little bundle. I think that would be the equivalent to betting it on black if it was on sports. That's all I have for this morning. Don't forget below, right there on the bottom, you see Say Something, 262-977-6787. Leave me a voicemail. I still haven't fixed the voicemail message, but if you leave your name, your Instagram handle, I'll throw that up there. Leave me a question or something you want to talk about, and I'll get back to you live on the show. It's voicemail only, so don't expect a live call in. I've only set it up for voicemail today, as I'm just getting used to it. Thank you guys for joining in at 7:37. That's going to wrap up my time here. A little bit long with the Daily Dozen. This is the Sunrise Sports Show. I'm your host, Zach McMurray. Thank you again for tuning this early, and let's go win the day.